Today we're diving into a really big question, something that affects all of us in this fast-moving world. As AI gets more and more advanced, how do we make sure that progress doesn't leave people behind? So let's explore how we can empower every generation to be part of what's next.
You ever feel like the goalposts just keep moving with technology? I mean, you finally get the hang of one thing and bam, suddenly everyone's talking about AI that can create art or write entire essays. For a lot of us, that speed isn't just exciting, it can feel, well, kind of overwhelming, like you're being left out of the loop.
And this feeling creates what you could call an AI generation gap. And this isn't strictly about age. It's a gap in access, in confidence, and ultimately a gap in opportunity. As AI starts weaving its way into everything we do, this divide between the tech-savvy and the tech-hesitant, well, that could become a huge problem for all of us.
So right here you can see the central conflict. On one hand, you've got AI, which can feel just impossible to wrap your head around, and it's changing faster than we can keep up with. But on the other hand, there's this really fundamental belief that technology should be for everybody. The goal isn't to turn everyone into a programmer, right? It's about building just enough understanding and confidence to make these tools useful and not so scary.
This one question really just gets to the absolute heart of it. Yeah, the future is arriving, no doubt about that. But who gets a ticket to ride? Are we building a world where technology lifts everyone up, or one where it puts up new walls and leaves people on the sidelines?
Okay, so what do we do about it? How do we tackle this challenge? Well, the answer isn't to just pretend the gap doesn't exist. It's to actively build a bridge across it. Let's take a look at an approach that's all about doing just that, making AI truly accessible for all.
The foundation of this whole digital bridge is a really simple human idea: creating a welcoming space. It's all about making a judgment-free zone where the only thing you need to bring is your own curiosity. Seriously, no question is too basic. The first step has to be taking away that intimidation factor that so often comes with new tech.
And just look at who this is for. It's not just one specific group. It's for older adults, of course, but also for anyone who's new to this stuff. I mean, even somebody who's literally never used a computer before. Or maybe it's for people who are just curious about what's coming next and don't want to be left out of the conversation.
So that welcoming space is the what, but the how, well, that's every bit as important. The key is to have a personalized path to understanding, because let's be real, a one-size-fits-all approach is pretty much guaranteed to fail when you're learning something this new.
The actual approach is so simple, and that's exactly why it works. It starts with one-on-one sessions, so you get that personal attention. Then, the learning is completely tailored to your pace, not some strict schedule. And it all happens back in that supportive, welcoming space. You see how those three things work together? It's designed specifically to get rid of fear and build genuine comfort.
And this is so important to understand. The whole point isn't just to, download a bunch of facts about AI into someone's brain. No. It's about building their confidence up to the point where they feel totally empowered to go explore on their own in a way that actually fits their life and their own interests.
Because that confidence, that's the real game changer. It's what leads directly to the ultimate goal, which isn't just knowing stuff. It's genuine empowerment in a world that gets more digital every single day.
So what's the first thing that happens with this newfound confidence? You start to engage. You go from being a passive bystander, where tech just sort of happens to you, to being an active participant. You have the confidence to ask questions, to try out new tools, maybe use an AI to help plan a trip or write a tough email. You're actually part of the conversation shaping our future.
The second outcome, you get to grow. And look, understanding new tech isn't just about practical stuff. It opens up whole new worlds for personal development. Think about it. Maybe you use an AI art tool to create a one-of-a-kind birthday card for a grandchild, or you finally figure out how your streaming service knows what shows you'll like. It sparks that feeling of lifelong learning, which is just awesome.
And all of this leads to the big one. You stay empowered. This is not a one-and-done lesson that's going to be obsolete next year. The real mission here is to build a foundation of confidence that gives you the ability to adapt and learn as technology keeps on changing, because we all know it will. It's about ensuring you have long-term independence and control in this digital age.
So when you boil it all down, what we're really looking at is a starting line. It's an open invitation. It's the very first step on an AI journey that's open to anyone. And I mean anyone, regardless of their age or their past experience with technology.
So we've looked at one really great model for bridging the AI gap, but it kind of leaves us with a bigger question to chew on, doesn't it? As our world continues to change at this incredible speed, what's the next digital divide we're going to have to deal with? And, maybe more importantly, how can we proactively make sure that technology serves as the bridge that connects us instead of the barrier that pushes us apart?